The 7-seed Idaho in the road uniforms there in the black. And the better seed, Montana, the 4-seed in the home whites, a designated home team in this championship game. Kenyon Owino goes inside as Montana 18-15 in the regular season. Into this championship game as Owino missed everything. Out of bounds, it belongs to Idaho.
Well, that's a good start for the Vandals. The whole bench jumping up saying, look, that's the kind of defense we're going to have to play. You're going to have to play defense against the Grizzlies.
Starting 5 for Alex Pribble and the Vandals. Jackson Rasmussen, the Big Sky Conference Freshman of the Year. Here's a 3 on the way, and Isaiah Brickner breaks the seal on the championship game.
How about the confidence of Isaiah Brickner? The senior is really playing with a lot of poise and has been able to hit that shot throughout this tournament.
Monty Williams in the corner. 3!
Say no more. He's not about to cool off anytime soon. Starts the game with a bang.
Brickner again from deep. And the rebound grab by Tejan Sawyer. Brickner again from deep. And the rebound grab by Tejan Sawyer for Montana. Owino down low. And a corner 3 that's well off from Tyler Thompson. Owino down low. And a corner 3 that's well off from Tyler Thompson. And here comes Idaho back the other way. Brickner on the drive. Gets to the bucket. Can't get the layup to go.
Yeah, hurried himself. Had a step on his defender. Just try to get it up off the glass quick.
Monty Williams, pull-up jumper. He's got all 5 for the Grizz. He's got all 5 for the Grizz.
Well, he's done this before, Roxy. He's carried his team early, and you're talking about a 30-piece and a 40-piece. The Vandals going to have to find a way to stop him or at least slow him down.
Leading scorer in the Big Sky Conference this season. Monty Williams averaging over 20 points per game. Pico Johnson spinning. Ball knocked away, and Montana comes away with it. Monty Williams launching. And the rebound grab by Jackson Rasmussen for the Vandals. Monty Williams launching. And the rebound grab by Jackson Rasmussen for the Vandals. Pico Johnson, the pump fake, down the lane. And he gets the roll, and we're tied at 5.
Nice roll, nice teardrop in the middle.
We welcome those of you just joining us to Idaho Central Arena, downtown Boise. Starch Madness, the championship game of the Big Sky Conference Tournament between the 7-seed Idaho Vandals, the 4-seed Montana Grizzlies. And we're tied at 5 between the 7-seed Idaho Vandals, the 4-seed Montana Grizzlies. And we're tied at 5 in the early stages. Monty Williams, the leading scorer in the Big Sky Conference this year, has all 5 points for Montana. And he put up 40 points in the quarterfinal win here on Monday. The shovel and the layup, and Brody Rowbury puts Idaho up 7-5.
How about Colton Mitchell with the dime? I mean, that's a penetrate, get the big fella to help out, and he presents the ball on a platter to the big fella, Rowbury.
20 wins for Idaho. They went 9-9. They're the 7 seed. And the Vandals are playing for the 4th time in 5 nights in this tournament. Spinning underneath. And the jump hook in the key, and it rolls in for Tejan Sawyer.
Keep your eye on Tejan Sawyer, Roxy. He's a guy that can make a difference. Just got that medium range game, can step out, but he's really tough inside. Nice body and finishes.
This past Saturday, Idaho clobbered Sacramento State. And then in the quarterfinals Sunday, beat Montana State. And then last night of the semi game, Montana winning in 1991. Travis DeCuire was on that Montana team, and Idaho winning the other championship meeting. This is the 212th time Idaho and Montana have played on the hardwood. Money Williams feeds Sawyer inside. The reverse layup and a foul will send Tejan. Sawyer is 71% foul shooter. And Sawyer with 3 points already. Bounced around 2 years at Cal Baptist, here at the City College of San Francisco, and now in his 3rd year in Missoula. And he goes 1 for 2, and the rebound not cleared by the Vandals. Montana has beaten Idaho 9 straight times. The flyby, and now Colton Mitchell. Foul slam! Isaiah Brickner! Montana has beaten Idaho 9 straight times. The flyby, and now Colton Mitchell. Foul slam! Isaiah Brickner! Foul slam! Isaiah Brickner! My goodness! And the rebound grab by Brickner. And the rebound grab by Brickner. I know we're in elevation in Boise,
Roxy, come on now.
He got up.
He was shot out of a cannon. Where did he come from? My goodness.
Trayvon blasting game drives the baseline, and Montana is up 3. Game drives the baseline, and Montana is up 3.
That's what he does. Blasting game can drive the baseline. The Vandals quick to the rim.
Ball knocked away, recovered by Grant Kepley from Montana. Money Williams isolated. Out of the double team, deflected out by Jackson Rasmussen. Will stay down here.
I've had guys box out, but I've had players tell me, Coach, you can't box out a guy that jumps over you. They're right.
Open 3 off the inbound. And the rebound grabbed by Rasmussen for Idaho, but a foul call has come in. Winners of 4 straight, 6 of their last 7. While Montana has won 4 of their last 5. Slicing into the lane. Five to shoot for the Grizz. Money has the ball up top. Money Williams, rainbow 3, missed everything, and that'll be a shot clock violation and a turnover.
Picking up those fouls. Pretty tight calls on this end of the floor.
Colton Mitchell, honorable mention, All Big Sky, brings it up. Here is the Big Sky freshman of the year, Jackson Rasmussen, backing his way in. Powers his way in the lane. Left it short, and Money Williams pulls it down. Here comes Montana. Powers his way in the lane. Left it short, and Money Williams pulls it down. Here comes Montana.
You see how active the Vandals have been defensively. I mean, there's been a deflection almost every possession.
Both games were close in the regular season, won by the Grizz. Back in Moscow in early January, a 6-point win for Montana. Then the Grizz won by 5 in Missoula early February. That rattles out with a shot clock expiring from Grant. Point win for Montana. Then the Grizz won by 5 in Missoula early February. That rattles out with a shot clock expiring from Grant Kepley, and Idaho controls. Last year they played in the Big Sky semis, and a 78-55 blowout win for Travis DeCuire and Montana. As the Grizz last year went 15-3 in the regular season to win the Big Sky. This year the 4th seed at 10-8. It's Colton Mitchell, 3!
And he's playing with confidence. That's what happens when you play in a zone and you play with confidence.
First points for Mitchell. Back the other way. 3 rims out for Tyler Isaac. First points for Mitchell. Back the other way. 3 rims out for Tyler Isaac. Here come the Vandals in transition. Seven straight for Idaho. Colton Mitchell makes it 9 in a row for the Vandals.
Not shows you why he's so hard to guard. He just got done knocking down a three, so you crowd him, you play him tight, and he drives you.
Money Williams had it stripped. Pass deflected, stolen. Jackson Rasmussen for Idaho.
And two more deflections on the same possession. Vandals really active defensively.
Mitchell behind a screen. And the offensive rebound, Seth Joba. The transfer from Vermont.
Vandals really active defensively.
Mitchell behind a screen. And the offensive rebound, Seth Joba. The transfer from Vermont.
Vandals really active defensively.
Mitchell behind a screen. And the offensive rebound, Seth Joba. The transfer from Vermont. And stripped from Isaiah Brickner down the lane. Out of bounds.
Breaking for Idaho. A lot of Idaho fans here supporting the Vandals, men's and women.
Off the inbound, cutting to the bucket, and a foul will send Jack Payne to come off the bench here the last month and a half or so of the season. Payne, 82% from the Washington. And Payne makes it 11 straight for Idaho. Down low, Sawyer. And a foul on the block will send Tajon Sawyer to
the zone being employed. Alex Scribble will play the zone. And don't think that Travis secure.
First foul on Jackson Rasmussen. One more for Tajon Sawyer. And Sawyer, with 5 points tonight, has gotten to 1,000 for his college career. And Sawyer pulls Montana to within 8. Nico Johnson, a tough shot in the key, and he gets the roll.
Yeah, the rim was kind, but Nico Johnson knew how to put some English on it, and he's able to get his own. He can do that. He can create a shot for himself and his teammates.
Brooklyn Hicks with 4 threes last night of their win against Portland State was critical. And some big shots for the Grizzlies. Inside 10 to shoot. On the drive. Loose ball run down. Shot clock at 2 for Tyler Isaac. And he doesn't get it off in time. Shot clock
on this end of the floor.
The Grizz just 3 for 12 from the field. A team that on the season is over 49% shooting. They're one of the top 25 teams in the country in field goal percentage.
Yeah, that's getting it done if you can do it against the Grizzlies.
Here's a 3. And that's way off from Seth Joba. Pulled down by Montana.
Well, Montana's probably going to try pushing the ball a little more, trying to get a couple of easier baskets before the defense sets up. They're struggling in the half court right now.
Money Williams, a junior from Oakland, California, finds Brooklyn Hicks. Rims out a 3, and the rebound Jackson Rasmussen for Idaho. From Oakland, California. Finds Brooklyn Hicks. Rims out a 3, and the rebound Jackson Rasmussen for Idaho.
A good double team scheme on Williams. They had the double team come from the baseline side, and that's unusual. Most teams double from the middle.
Corner 3, and that's short from Jack Payne. Here comes Brooklyn Hicks push.
Unusual. Most teams double from the middle.
Corner 3, and that's short from Jack Payne. Here comes Brooklyn Hicks pushing for the Grizz. He attacks, gets to the bucket. Offensive rebound and a foul. It's the second on Jack pushing for the Grizz. He attacks, gets to the bucket. Offensive rebound and a foul. It's the second on Jack.
This is starting to catch up with them as they're finding themselves in a little bit of foul trouble.
Here's Money Williams putting it in. And we'll have to keep an eye on Money Williams tonight, as sometime in the middle of the night his stomach bug hit him. He was extremely limited in shoot around. In fact, left shoot around early. Just wasn't feeling well. Didn't warm up much pregame. And we'll see how he performs tonight, battling that stomach bug as Tajon Sawyer inside for the Grizz.
Sawyer's kept his team in this game.
Knocked away, Brooklyn Hicks racing for the ball. Hicks to the bucket, and he's...
Sawyer's kept his team in this game.
Knocked away, Brooklyn Hicks racing for the ball. Hicks to the bucket, and he's grabbed. A flagrant foul call. Inserting Hicks into the lineup has given that boost that the Grizz have been looking for.
Well, he's had a good tournament, and you're right. He's given his team the lift. On away from him, he's given them a big boost.
Both free throws made by Hicks.
Montana narrowing the gap.
Was 10, it's down to 6. Money Williams. Sawyer can't handle the pass, and a foul on Tajon Sawyer of Montana.
Before he had it in his hand. Grizzlies picking up now. They're trying to extend their defense, trying to be a little more aggressive. Last time they were able to get a poke away and a break.
Shot clock down to 10. Pico Johnson out near midcourt for the Vandals. Steps into a 3. And the rebound. Running to the corner and saving it is Jack Payne. Pico Johnson is tackled. Steps into a 3. And the rebound. Running to the corner and saving it is Jack Payne. Pico Johnson is tackled. Grant Kepley. Team foul number 3 on the Grizz. Colton Mitchell. Seth Joba spinning inside. And the rebound tipped up and by Jack Payne.
How about one?
Seth Joba spinning inside. And the rebound tipped up and by Jack Payne.
How about one?
Seth Joba spinning inside. And the rebound tipped up and by Jack Payne.
How about one?
Payne.
How about once? How about twice? How about a third? I mean, that's persistence on the offensive glass. Great effort.
Open 3. Nailed by Tyler Isaac for Montana. Nailed by Tyler Isaac for Montana.
Yeah, that's just a mishap. You score a basket, you shouldn't get beat in transition. No Coach Pribble not happy about that.
Pico Johnson. And the rebound on the weak side, grabbed by Tyler Isaac.
Happy about that.
Pico Johnson. And the rebound on the weak side, grabbed by Tyler Isaac. Darting to the bucket across the key. Brooklyn Hicks. And the Grizz have cut it to 3.
Brooklyn Hicks is very much giving his team a lead. That's just, a lift. That's just a huge play. Get his team back in this. See the Grizzlies trying to form a double on the block.
Jack Payne turns middle. Rattles it in.
Yeah, the double team.
Rattles it in.
Yeah, the double team left. And you can see how effective the Grizzlies are when they employ it and how, when they don't, how the Vandals take advantage of it.
Payne was 6 off the bench to lead Idaho. Tajon Sawyer. 3.
Now, he's been a difference maker, and Money Williams kind of in his absence.
Tajon Sawyer, 10 points and a 35% three-point shooter on the year. Pico Johnson goes to work, and the rebound grabbed by Tajon Sawyer for Montana. 35% three-point shooter on the year. Pico Johnson goes to work, and the rebound grabbed by Tajon Sawyer for Montana. Sawyer bulldozed his way inside, lost the ball. Here comes Sawyer. Bulldozed his way inside, lost the ball. Here comes Jack Payne. Payne. And he missed everything, and it's out of bounds, and it belongs to Montana. You feel like a proud father tonight watching.
Yeah, there's no question. And my son Julius is watching this game, so I'm glad you mentioned that. He's heard Alex's name before.
Part of your coaching tree, you look at Dennis Gates at Missouri, who played and coached for you. Shante Leggins, the head coach of Portland, is a 3 for Brooklyn Hicks. and Montana takes the lead.
Yeah, it's really, you got to give Montana credit, Roxy. They were down almost double digits. They've come back. They've put some defense on their own on the floor. They throw a lot of schemes at you, and they stay connected. They do a great job on this end of the floor.
6 straight for the Grizz to seesaw in front. Shot clock inside 10. Isaiah Brickner spins off balance, and it's tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Montana will stay down here.
The Vandals struggling to get a good look, again, mostly in part because of the Grizzlies' defense.
And this has been a work in progress this season defensively for Travis DeCuire. This team has gotten better and better defensively. And a steal, Tyler Isaac. This team has gotten better and better defensively. And a steal, Tyler Isaac takes it to the bucket. Isaac in transition, and it's stripped by Pico Johnson. Gets it back for the steal. Tyler Isaac takes it to the bucket. Isaac in transition, and it's stripped by Pico Johnson. Gets it back for the Tyler Isaac takes it to the bucket. Isaac in transition, and it's stripped by Pico Johnson. Gets it back for the Vandals. Trail 3. Jackson Rasmussen comes up empty, and the rebound Kenyon Owino for Montana.
Vandals have gone cold. They've luckily maintained some of the defense they started with. You better guard Williams.
Here he goes to the bucket. Money Williams.
Yeah, he's been quiet, and I can promise you this, he's not going to be quiet for long.
Even battling the stomach bug and gutting it out here tonight in Boise. 8-0 run and a 13-2 surge for Montana, and the rebound grab by Brooklyn Hicks for the Grizz.
Yeah, Vandals really off their rhythm. Can't get a good look on this end of the floor.
Stripped and a foul. That's the third on Jackson.
I can read his lips. Or maybe he's heard me say that.
Kenyon Owino, a 71% foul shooter. The
main guy is on the bench, you know, and in some foul trouble.
Owino. And it's the largest lead, for Montana.
Yeah, you just didn't think the game was trending this way at the start, but give the Grizzlies credit. They've turned things around midway through this half.
10-0 run for the Grizz. And a 15-2 surge. Spinning down low, and the layup missed by Isaiah Brickner, and ripping the rebound away was... And a 15-2 surge. Spinning down low, and the layup missed by Isaiah Brickner, and ripping the rebound away was... All right, guys, 3:50 left in the half, and Montana from 10 down now has the lead. Loose ball, hustling for it, Tyler Thompson, and it's out of... All right, guys, 3:50 left in the half, and Montana from 10 down now has the lead. Loose ball, hustling for it, Tyler Thompson, and it's out of bounds to Idaho.
A lot of contact in this game, but it's been a battle defensively.
Denied at the rim. Denied at the rim. Hustle defensively from Montana. And a team that struggled early in the year defensively. As Money Williams on the move, and the rebound pulled down by Isaiah Brickner. That struggled early in the year defensively. As Money Williams on the move, and the rebound pulled down by Isaiah Brickner. But through the non-conference portion, Montana surrendered 85 points per game. Then when they got into league play, the second best defensive team in the Big Sky at around 73.5 points allowed per game. Back door, and down low, foul will send Jack Payne to the line.
Always do that, but they're sneaky good defensively as well.
Jack Payne now 3 for 3 at the line.
Yeah, you can see the Vandals still a little tight. They getting the ball to the rim, just not finishing inside, and a little bit tentative. They were not this tentative in last night's victory, but the Grizzlies putting some pressure on them.
And with the fouls mounting, Brody Rowbury, the starting center, with 2 fouls and 3 on Jackson Rasmussen. As a travel on defensive scheme, you push Tajon Sawyer to the baseline, you could bring a double, you got a triple team along the baseline, and he travels. 8 Montana turnovers now.
Yeah, good
Turnovers were a problem for them last night against Portland State. They let a big lead slip away and held on in the end. In the end as Isaiah Brickner goes to work again for the Vandals.
Now, he's going to have to step up. He's done that for Alex Fribble. But they're going to need him to step up and bring some offense to the table.
Montana last night led by as many as 19. Brickner a steal. Montana last night led by as many as 19. Brickner a steal. Brickner attacks. Brickner glides in, and Idaho takes the lead.
Roxy must have heard us. Right on cue. Makes the steal, gets the layup, and now it's the Vandals. Back in front. And the crowd is into this game.
A lot of black and gold made the trek down from Moscow, and a lot of Idaho grads here in Boise, about 5 hours away, as the rebound grabbed by Isaiah Brickner for Idaho.
Yeah, Colton Mitchell's been kind of quiet. You look for him to pick things up a little bit.
Mitchell on a step back, long two. And the rebound, Money Williams. He pushes for Montana. Mitchell on a step back, long two. And the rebound, Money Williams. He pushes for Montana. And a foul on Brickner before the shot
for Montana. They've been able to get the bonus, in large part because of Money Williams, who lives at the free throw line.
One more for Hicks. Play last night. And a legacy Grizzly, as his dad Ryan played for Montana. And the free throw's nailed by Brooklyn Hicks at Montana. Seesaw's in front.
Yeah, you get the feeling both teams just kind of feeling each other out here
in Montana. And Money Williams 32 in the win against the Big Sky champs Portland State last night. And then 40 for Money Williams against Northern Colorado on Monday. Isaiah Brickner from deep. And the rebound grabbed by Montana and Connor Dick. And now the use it or lose it timeout with Montana. 4 regular season titles, twice has been named Big Sky Conference Coach of the Year. And you mentioned the ties to Cal that Alex Fribble had. Travis DeCure for 6 years was the top assistant to Mike Montgomery at California. And the rebound, batted around and out of the pack. Here comes, for 6 years, was the top assistant to Mike Montgomery at California. And the rebound, batted around and out of the pack. Here comes Colton Mitchell. Jack Payne backs his way in. Too strong. Money Williams rips it down. Montana can play for the last shot of the half.
Yeah, that was a quick shot on that end. But, you know, you had chances again. I mean, that's a missed layup. Idaho has been doubling up Montana in the paint, but couldn't find a way to score it. Now, Montana, chance to get the last one going in with some momentum.
Money Williams. 5 seconds left in the half. Deep three from Money. And the rebound slapped out of bounds by Colton Mitchell.
Valuable, even when he's not scoring or he's not 100%, Roxy, he's still throwing 5 assists a game. It's not like Montana doesn't have some other guys that can play. So he's an unselfish player, and he's making his teammates better.
Right to the bucket. Money Williams missed the layup. Here comes better. Right to the bucket. Money Williams missed the layup. Here comes Biko Johnson for the Vandals.
Well, you won't see that very often.
Jackson Rasmussen, the Big Sky freshman of the year, number 12 in black, starting the second half with 3 basket. First on Kenyon Owino. And a foul before the inbound and a hold.
The Vandals went through in the first half. Now Grizzlies looking like they may become a victim.
Isaiah Brickner leads Idaho with 9. On the drive, Rasmussen, and it's deflected out, and it belongs to Montana.
Well, you know, a lot of baskets at the rim haven't finished or haven't drawn fouls.
Money Williams weaves his way in. Off-balance runner, and the rebound tipped free and grabbed by the Vandals and Biko Johnson. Money Williams weaves his way in. Off-balance runner, and the rebound tipped free and grabbed by the Vandals and Biko Johnson. Biko looks to attack. Fall away by Biko Johnson. As Money Williams fell down, and Idaho takes the lead.
Yeah, officials said, get up. We're not going to call that one. Good job, I think, of officiating, letting the players play. And two players up top talking to one another like, come on, man. Love the competitive nature of these two teams.
Kenyon Owino backs his way in on Rasmussen, playing with 3 fouls. And the jump hook by Kenyon Owino. And the jump hook by Kenyon Owino.
Yeah, pretty shot, Roxy. I mean, you get both feet in the paint, you come up with that shot.
Montana reclaims the lead. Brody Rowbury from deep. And the rebound grab by Money Williams for the Grizz. Tejon Sawyer. The floater, and it's short from Brooklyn Hicks. The floater, and it's short from Brooklyn Hicks. Biko Johnson lost his footing, and he got a timeout before Tyler Thompson. And the Big Sky is the next automatic berth to be given out. And the winner of this one, and it's a 1-bid league. So the winner is the only one for the Big Sky doublehead to the NCAA tournament. And Idaho with it to
Montana that's got 9.
Spinning inside with the left hand, Tejon Sawyer. With the left hand, Tejon Sawyer.
He's been delivering for his team, and they're continuing to put the ball in his hands to make a play.
Honorable mention, all Big Sky this year for Sawyer. And he's having a big night in this final of the Big Sky tournament.
Baskets so far off of assist, which means the Grizzlies are really defending well. Vandal's got to find a way to score a little bit more easily.
Shot clock down to 7. Squaring up, and the jumper. Jackson Rasmussen's first points of the night.
He had a big night last night, and the whole team was hitting some shots, but it's been stingy playing against the Grizzlies. They haven't had many good looks.
He made 3 big threes in their semifinal win last night. Deflected and stolen by Idaho.
Another
3 big threes in their semifinal win last night. Deflected and stolen by Idaho.
Another deflection for the Vandals.
Out of bounds, will stay at this end.
He looked. There's been nothing easy so far for Idaho.
Brody Rowbury left open. Hits a 3 off the inbound.
He said, look, I missed my first one. I'm not missing 2. You better come out here. And he'll take that shot.
He doesn't take many. Just his 11th made 3 this season, but 37%.
He knows his range. He knows when to take an open shot.
Tejon Sawyer. Jump hook by Sawyer rattles out, and Jackson Rasmussen pulls it down. Tejon Sawyer. Jump hook by Sawyer rattles out, and Jackson Rasmussen pulls it down for the Vandals. Isaiah Brickner cuts through the key, and a foul will put to have been on. And then the 2-line, UConn, Houston, Michigan State, Illinois. As the Big Sky championship here.
Roxy, there's no joy like, coming from the conferences are going to send one team to the league, from their league to the conference NCAA. I mean, there's just That joy, that elation is just unmatched in college basketball. That's what you're playing for tonight. You know the winner's going and the loser is their season's pretty much over.
7 straight for Idaho. The leaner by Money Williams. First point. The leaner by Money Williams. First points of the second half.
He picks his spots. I mean, he may be quiet, but you're going to hear from him.
Pull up 3 off the screen is off from Colton Mitchell. And it's pulled down by Montana.
You're going to hear from him.
Pull up 3 off the screen is off from Colton Mitchell. And it's pulled down by Montana.
Thought he got fouled.
Vandals have outscored the Grizz 9-6 since halftime. And a whistle and a foul.
The ball, Vandals saying, look, we've had a lot of contact this game. Williams trying to get a mismatch, trying to get a one-on-one opportunity, trying to send to the baseline.
Corner 3. And a miss from Tajon Sawyer.
Send to the baseline.
Corner 3. And a miss from Tajon Sawyer. Jackson Rasmussen. Spins underneath, and the reverse goes for Rasmussen. And the reverse goes for Rasmussen.
Well, that's the second time now he's gotten an isolation on the block, and he's made use of it. He's scored it on the reverse side, on the opposite side.
And an offensive foul.
Body moving, that's an offensive, that's a foul.
First on Trey Taylor of Montana. Inside 14 minutes to play. 11 turnover for the Grizz tonight. Shot clock inside 10 for the Vandals. Rasmussen. Across the key, wave it off. A foul first on the move in. And taken away. Here comes Tyler Thompson. And taken away. Here comes Tyler Thompson for Montana. Spins in the lane. Thompson banks it in and a strong finish. Banks it in and a strong finish. First points of the night for the redshirt freshman Tyler Thompson. Brickner back the other way. Isaiah Brickner. Isaiah Brickner.
He's asking Randy McCall, can I get a little love? I'm going to foul. I got 10.
3. Tajon Sawyer.
Well, you wonder when both teams are going to start loosening up here and starting to find their range. I think we're into that mode now.
Sawyer leads all scorers with 15. The flip, Colton Mitchell will get to the line.
Guys, he really can drive, knows how to get to the free throw line.
Foul on Tyler Isaac.
They've gotten more shot attempts up, almost 10 more shot attempts up than the Grizzlies. They just haven't been able to convert.
7 now for Colton Mitchell. He had 26 in the semifinal win over Eastern Washington last night.
Now, Money Williams is being face guarded right now. I mean, they're playing 4-on-4.
The block shot, Isaiah Brickner.
Yeah, they're playing 4-on-4, so if you can stop the other guys, take Money Williams out, they kind of like their odds.
Step back, Brickner thought about it. Now Mitchell will pull the trigger on a 3. And here comes Money Williams for the Grizz. Brickner thought about it. Now Mitchell will pull the trigger on a 3. And here comes Money Williams for the Grizz. Money to the bucket, and he's fouled by Trayvon Blasingame.
They're saying there's a lot of ball there. Well, sometimes they say, Roxy, the ball doesn't lie, so maybe, but it's tough when you're under the weather.
Dealing with a stomach bug. Williams missed both.
Yeah, it doesn't happen when you're 87%. So
He barely went through shoot-around this morning and left early. He was barely on the floor warming up pregame with his team.
I'll give him credit. He's out here battling still. He's still making a difference for his team.
Trying to gut it out. Pico Johnson. And Brody Rowbury underneath and a putback. And how valuable. Pico Johnson. And Brody Rowbury underneath and a putback.
And how valuable is Brody Rowbury? He just anchored the offensive glass, held his ground, didn't go over the back, and scored it.
Largest lead of the second half for the Vandals, who led by as many as 10 in the first half. Corner three. They hit the side of the backboard from Tyler Isaac. Corner three. They hit the side of the backboard from Tyler Isaac. Pico Johnson. And the rebound grabbed by Trevon Blasingame goes right back in for Idaho. Pico Johnson. And the rebound grabbed by Trevon Blasingame goes right back in for Idaho. Pico Johnson. And the rebound grabbed by Trevon Blasingame goes right back in for Idaho. Rowbury fouled underneath. 2 shots for Brody Rowbury, second foul on Money Williams. And Rowbury a 70% foul. Former Idaho Gatorade Player of the Year. He's from Meridian, Idaho. And he rattles in the second. 8 points tonight for Rowbury.
Tajon Sawyer has been the story for the Grizzlies. Let's see if they continue to go back, put the ball in his hands.
Money Williams not on the floor right now for the Grizz. In the lane, the gather, and a foul, and 2 free throws coming for
defense, and the Vandals are aggressive defensively. There's 2 things you can do. One, you can drive it, and they're not giving it to you, or you can try to come up.
CF tomorrow. And BYU putting it together as Kevin Young kind of had to reinvent the Cougars after the injury to Richie Saunders.
Well, that's what this time of year is about. You find ways to win. You can wipe the season out. Now it's a whole new season.
Isaiah Brickner in the lane. Couldn't get the teardrop to go and ripped away by Tyler Thompson from Montana. Isaiah Brickner in the lane. Couldn't get the teardrop to go and ripped away by Tyler Thompson from Montana.
Yeah, good look. Point blank at the basket, but good challenge.
Pass deflected, a good read by Jack Payne. Pass deflected, a good read by Jack Payne. And a steal for Idaho.
That's the 12th turnover now that the Vandals have forced on the Grizzlies, who don't generally turn it over very much.
Inside the spin, and Brickner was looking for a call, but followed up. Seth Joba. Inside the spin, and Brickner was looking for a call, but followed up. Seth Joba.
Roxy, that's their 10th offensive rebound. They're pounding the offensive glass. Something, again, that Grizzlies don't give up much.
Off a screen, Brooklyn Hicks rattles a 3 out, and the rebound grab by Seth Joba for Idaho. Pico Johnson goes up, left it short. Tyler Thompson pulls it down. Pico Johnson goes up, left it short. Tyler Thompson pulls it down. And a foul off the ball, and it's on the
disadvantage with the tee. Seen that happen.
Well, Idaho has some familiarity with this building as Money Williams short on the three and pulled out by Brody Rowbury. But Idaho, this is their 7th game already this season in this building.
Yeah, they played well here.
Had a tournament here around Thanksgiving. Played an exhibition game preseason against Boise State. And then the 4th game in 5 nights in this tournament. Shot clock at 5. Brody Rowbury gets the flyby. Steps in. 3!
Got to defend.
That'll silence the Idaho fans. That'll silence the Idaho fans.
Yeah.
And Money Williams going to work.
And how many times has he silenced crowds through his career, especially this season late?
Money Williams has just tied the Big Sky tournament scoring record, 83 points in this tournament. After the 40 points in the first Montana game here in this tournament. Brody Rowbury down the lane and a foul. And is trying to stick it out and fight it out with his group here tonight. One more for Brody Rowbury.
Your defensive schemes around what he does.
Missed the second, and the rebound grab, Tyler Isaac for Montana. And here is Williams, who first team All-League, leading scorer in the Big Sky. And a kid that's been through so much off the floor in his young life. As Money Williams darts to the basket, and Money Williams darts to the basket, and a lay-in for Williams.
There's something a little different that possession. They put the ball in Williams' hands early. He's being face guarded in the half court, so they immediately got the ball in his hands in the back court.
Shot clock down to 10. Trayvon Blasingame, 3!
Well, he can do that. Blasingame, a 40% three-point shooter, finding his range.
Ten-point lead. Here's Money Williams. Drives. Williams leans in, draws contact. The second on.
I mean, he's gone to the line in some games 20 times, and he just really is a load inside.
He was injured at the time, but to go home and help out with the family, and Money Williams has had a lot on his shoulders to deal with, and you feel for him and what he's gone through, and it's rewarding to see him playing so well and be a first-team All-League performer.
Well, he grew up in Oakland, product of Oakland High, and he's just, you know, he's made a name for himself, but he's worked for it, and he's done it without a lot of advantages in his life.
For Idaho.
He's been quiet, but he's not quiet in a big moment. He'll make plays. Doesn't matter what he's done throughout the course of the game. He'll put the ball in his hands. He's not afraid to make a play.
Money Williams looks to move in. Hounded by Miles Clapper. Corner 3. And the rebound. Isaiah Brickner.
Well, that's the game plan. You want to try to get it out of Money Williams' hands and hope the other rest of the team is knocking down shots.
Vandals up 10 with the ball. Miles Clapper the pull-up, and the rebound grab by Tyler Isaac. Miles Clapper the pull-up, and the rebound grab by Tyler Isaac. On the drive. To the bucket and the reverse lay-in. Brooklyn, the reverse lay-in. Brooklyn Hicks.
Yeah, he's made big baskets for his team as well.
Right to the cup and the teardrop. 1993.
Yeah, that's been some years.
And they haven't won the Big Sky tournament since 1990. And the layup missed by Tyler Thompson. And they haven't won the Big Sky tournament since 1990. And the layup missed by Tyler Thompson.
Well, you want another statistic? They haven't beaten the Grizzlies in 9 straight as well.
Brickner is fouled. So they've got NCAA tournaments. He's been an assistant at Eastern Washington, Seattle U, Cal, Division II, San Francisco State.
He's a walk-on, had to fill in for an injured Richard Ridgely, who took us to a tournament, hit a game-winning shot in the tournament. Alex Preble gets us a road win at UCLA. That's the type of competitor he is.
And the loose ball, the offensive rebound, Jack Payne.
Game-winning shot in the tournament. Alex Preble gets us a road win at UCLA. That's the type of competitor he is.
And the loose ball, the offensive rebound, Jack Payne.
Game-winning shot in the tournament. Alex Preble gets us a road win at UCLA. That's the type of competitor he is.
And the loose ball, the offensive rebound, Jack Payne for Idaho.
So now they can have time as on their side. They don't need to be in a hurry. The Grizzlies are going to have to pick up their defense now and try to get some turnovers.
Largest lead of the night. Brickner way short on the three. And it goes out of bounds to Montana's shooting team. Driving to the bucket, hanging, and a foul will send Connor Dick.
Great statistic, but you got to box out on the rebounds, and you got to try to not give the Grizzlies second chance opportunities.
Connor Dick, who played high school ball about a half mile up the road from Dahlberger Inn in Missoula at Hellgates High School. And he hits both free throws. Montana trying to make a push, down 9. Ten to shoot for the Vandals. Isaiah Brickner spinning through the lane, and a foul on 2 shots for Isaiah Brickner.
You know, only 10 Grizzlies. Money Williams is the guy that manufactures shots, and there's nobody better. So they're going to have to find other ways to score against the Vandals to get back in this game.
Game high. 18 for Brickner tonight.
There's that face guard.
Money Williams. And the pass deflected, and it's picked up. Colton Mitchell, and Idaho takes it away.
They didn't have 2 guys on Money Williams, Roxy. They had 3. They had a face guard, and then a double team, and even a triple team to get it out of his hands.
Shot clock at 5. Isaiah Brickner goes to work again. Brickner missed the layup, got it back, and throws it up. Another offensive rebound for Idaho, and Money Williams tied up. Jack Payne. Shot clock at 5. Isaiah Brickner goes to work again. Brickner missed the layup, got it back, and throws it up. Another offensive rebound for Idaho, and Money Williams tied up. Jack Payne. Shot clock at 5. Isaiah Brickner goes to work again. Brickner missed the layup, got it back, and throws it up. Another offensive rebound for Idaho, and Money Williams tied up. Jack Payne. Shot clock approaching 10. Isaiah Brickner using a screen. And a tie-up, we're going the other way.
That's a good job of not fouling.
Tajon Sawyer rims out the 3. Isaiah Brickner the rebound. Tajon Sawyer rims out the 3. Isaiah Brickner the rebound.
He's all over.
A double-double for Brickner. 18 points, 10 rebounds. Loose ball, diving for it. And we get a timeout. Montana, 9 Rather 11-point lead for Idaho and the Bulls. Colton Mitchell had it poked away, but a foul on the Grizz.
That tournament's been to the championships. This will be a big win if the Vandals can hold on.
One more for Colton Mitchell. He missed them both.
Now doors open.
More for Colton Mitchell. He missed them both.
Now doors open.
Dejan Sawyer underneath. Sawyer and one. Strong. Money Williams right now on the bench for Montana. That tells you all you need to know and where he's feeling. Money Williams right now on the bench for Montana. That tells you all you need to know and where he's feeling.
Yeah, they got to play the foul game now. Kid, he's been through a lot in his life. He's a winner, Roxy.
Fourth on Tyler Isaac. Trayvon Blasting game.
Vandals, you don't want to foul and stop the clock. You got to get back, clog the lane, force outside shots, and secure defensive rebounds, which they've done. And secure defensive rebounds, which they've done this game.
Blasting game nails both. Back to an 11-point game. Montana goes inside. Timeout. Brody. Vandals trying to end a long drought of getting back to the NCAA tournament and avoiding the 5 seconds. Out of timeouts now, the Vandals. With a minute 44 to go, the baseball pass. Isaiah Brickner links up the floor, hammers it home. Floor, hammers it home.
When in doubt, go long.
Huge
run, big fella.
And they get it into Jack Payne. Well, trickery on the inbound pass from Alex Pribble. And they foul with a minute 13. It's on
Pressure, great.
One more for Brickner.
Something your team has to practice.
Brickner leading Idaho with 21. In each of the 4 games in this tournament, the Vandals have had a different leading scorer. A different leading scorer. And the rebound, attacking the glass and going down hard was Money Williams. And the rebound, attacking the glass and going down hard was Money Williams. 18 points.
Yeah, and he missed 2 earlier, so you got to box out.
Scoring. Money Williams battling for a significant stomach bug tonight.
And they got to get it in now.
And Montana also no timeouts left. And a foul, and it's Brickner back to the line.
Obviously, I've known him, and I've known Travis Secure. Both of these coaches, they have tremendous demeanor on the sideline. I mean, they very seldom do they get this, but really class on the sideline. They let their players play. You're the Grizz now. You got to come down again. One more score. No timeouts.
To the basket, reverse lane, Grant Kepley. The double team comes. And they foul Trayvon Blasting game. 2-2 to go. And 2 shots for Blasting game here. And Blasting game, that was pure.
Step back, and you just can't allow a 3 or 4 second shot to fall. You got to stop the ball and force a few passes and an outside shot. You don't want to let him get to the basket.
Money Williams to the hoop, shovels it, and the drop in, Dejan Sawyer.
Second time, 3rd time in a row that's happened. It's just too quick.
19 for Sawyer tonight. Having trouble getting it in and no timeout. Blasingame is bumped immediately.
But again,
Trayvon Blasingame back to the line. Averages 3.5 points per game, and he has 10 tonight. And the rebound grab by Tajon Sawyer, and he has 10 tonight. And the rebound grab by Tajon Sawyer.
They're in his zone.
And Money Williams
They're in his
left
zone.
the ball behind, picked up, Colton Mitchell. Tajon Sawyer.
They're in his zone.
And Money Williams
They're in his
left
zone.
the ball behind, picked up, Colton Mitchell. Just trying to kill some more clock. Jack Payne is fouled with third.
Who are greeting Money Williams with the ball. He's not getting to the rim. So even though you're missing again.
1 for 2, Jack Payne.
There it is, 2-3 zone.
Grant Kepley forces up a 3. And Colton Mitchell grabs it.
That should do it, Roxy. If he...
Grant Kepley forces up a 3. And Colton Mitchell grabs it.
That should do it, Roxy. If he can just make some free throws, not turn it over. Zone very effective last 2 possessions. Say, Coach, I know how Alex Pribble is feeling. You're happy. Yeah, you're getting there. It's your alumni. I mean, your student body. There's no greater feeling to bring joy to all the people that you work for and work with.
Money Williams missing a 3. The rebound grab by the Grizz. Tyler Thompson forces up a 3. Last touch by Montana. Money Williams missing a 3. The rebound grab by the Grizz. Tyler Thompson forces up a 3. Last touch by Montana. And with 15 seconds to go, the Idaho Vandals will punch their ticket to the big dance. Montana will not foul. They will let it run out. Alex Pribble and the Idaho Vandals, for the first time since 1990,